Welcome to today's commencement speech for commencement ceremony for Crown. I'm Manel Camps, the Provost of Crown College, and it is my honor and pleasure to welcome our students, faculty, staff, parents, alums, family members, and friends here today to celebrate the class of 2024. Woohoo! I'll be announcing today's speakers and present awards for the graduating class. But first, I'd like to congratulate each and every one of today's graduates. Each of you has worked hard and exercised the self-discipline necessary to meet both the graduation requirements of the Santa Cruz campus of the University of California and the degree requirements of your respective majors. To those of you who are in the stands in front of me, the families, the teachers, the friends of today's graduates, thank you. Thank you for the support that allowed today's graduates to enter this great university, for the support you gave them while they were here and that you're giving them today by being here, and for the support you will continue to give them in their future endeavors. Your consistent presence was not only instrumental in getting these graduates to where they are today, it also gives personal meaning to today's celebration. It is my pleasure to introduce today's speakers, Guy Kawasaki, who's going to be our keynote speaker, and Teresa Wu, one of our graduating students who the Crown College Graduation Committee has selected to speak today. Guy Kawasaki is a graduate of Stanford and UCLA, and he has become a very influential leader in innovation. He is known to be the chief evangelist of the Apple laptop, of Canva, and also as the creator of Guy Kawasaki's Remarkable People podcast. He has written Wise Guy, The Art of the Start, The Art of Social Media, Enchantment, and 11 other books. We actually used The Art of the Start as the textbook in one of our entrepreneurship classes. Guy is currently an adjunct professor at the School of Engineering here at UCSC, an executive fellow of the Haas School of Business at Berkeley, an adjunct professor at the University of New South Wales. It is really a great privilege to have Guy Kawasaki with us today. We're also honored to have Teresa Wu share her experience as a graduating Crown student with you all today. Teresa is a computer science and a history of consciousness double major. As an active leader and mentor for various groups at UCSC, she has spearheaded a number of innovative projects, both technical and otherwise. Her passion for integrating technology and human inquiry resides with the core mission of Crown College. Please join me in welcoming Teresa Wu to the stage.
Greetings, friends, family members, loved ones, esteemed faculty, and my fellow Crownies. It is an honor for me to be standing here speaking to all of you today. Since its founding in 1967, Crown College has fostered an environment in which students like myself are able to explore the relationship between science and technology and the world around us. When I reflect on my 4 years, I see that my college experience has undoubtedly embodied Crown's mission. As a student of engineering, I learned from the most knowledgeable and passionate professors. They can and have gone on for hours discussing their fascinations with their respective fields. It was with their support and guidance that I went from building my own website to working with a prominent Bay Area tech company. In the true spirit of Crown, my studies became increasingly interdisciplinary. I found myself reading Aristotle and Descartes for my HisCon minor, and spending many afternoons and evenings debating my fellow classmates in mock trial, and advocating for ethics and technology via Crown's organization, Caveat. Through Crown, I embraced the opportunity to broaden my horizons and challenge, as well as be challenged by, my peers and educators. The way I see it, the core of transitioning from college to life after graduation hinges on the weighted question of what to pursue, what career to seek, what hobbies to attempt, and who to surround yourself with. The last 4 years have given us structured educational goals and provided a collective sense of community in which we pursue those goals. Adjusting to life after graduation will require us, in stark contrast, to answer these questions independently. What should I learn about? How should I spend my time? Where should my inspiration come from? In the few minutes I have to speak to you today, I'd like to place emphasis on something that I believe gets lost in the weeds of life's complexities. In the daily conundrum and intricacies of being, we may lose sight of an overarching story that every single one of us is a part of, the crucial story of humanity. Humanity drives exponential change, and although humanity's existence is mere seconds on the universe's timeline, every generation feels as though they enter a vastly different world than their predecessors. With rapid advancements in technology, a worldwide pandemic, geopolitical conflicts, and worsening climate change, this generation inherits a world that humanity has not yet encountered. And yet, this generation has already proven themselves to be catalysts for change. We have pushed vital conversations to the forefront, from advocacy for marginalized communities to promoting mental health awareness, to demanding social and environmental justice. This generation has and will significantly influence a rapidly changing society. During the last 4 years, we have experienced and witnessed numerous initiatives from the UCSC student body advocating for each of these fields. From awareness groups to student-organized events, this collaborative passion is greatly inspiring. With collective momentum, the power to change the world is truly in our hands. What you do will always make a difference. You just have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. The uncertainty of life after graduation can naturally feel disorienting. You may feel adrift while figuring out what to focus on and what community to be a part of. But know that you are always a part of a much larger voice, the voice of humanity. One that needs as many echoes as possible to propel change. So, amidst developing new daily routines or figuring out where to live, I implore you not to soften that voice inside of you, to never lose momentum, because humanity needs each and every one of us. We are the voices shaping tomorrow, and tomorrow desperately calls for us. I wish each of you nothing but the best of luck as we embark on this next chapter, and congratulations to the Crown Class of 2024. And now it is my honor to introduce Crown's keynote speaker, Guy Kawasaki.
Before I even begin, I gotta ask you, please stand up. I just love your outfit. Wow. That wasn't available from where I rented this. I would have done that too. So, listen, students, faculty, family, staff, friends, distinguished educators, I am so happy to be here. You know, I do a lot of public speaking, and there is no greater honor than speaking at a college commencement address. I'm telling you. So it is my great honor to be here. So to write this speech, I went through 3 steps. First, I asked my kids, their partners, and recent college graduates if they remembered the key message of their commencement speech. And not one said they did. Not one. Zero. Nadie. The best recollection any of them had was, quote, Sheryl Sandberg, the former chief operating officer of Facebook, talked about how her husband died. And I must be honest, I can't remember the topic of my commencement speeches too, and I attended 2 in the last month. So my second step, I thought maybe this is because of the kinds of kids I raised, or maybe it's the people I hang out with at Pleasure Point. So I extended my search to a LinkedIn poll. 80,000 impressions, 864 votes. 77% could not remember the message of their commencement speech. Now, how can this be? I must say, I can't blame you because, oh my God, this is one of the most exciting days of your life. So third, guess what I did? Guess what I did? What would any geek do? I asked ChatGPT. So I asked ChatGPT, what does a good commencement speech do? And let me read you the answer. A good commencement speech typically aims to, 1, inspire and motivate graduates as they transition to the next phase of their life. 2, reflect on the shared experiences and achievements of the graduating class. 3, impart wisdom, sharing valuable life lessons or personal insights. 4, encourage graduates to pursue their passions and make a positive impact in the world. 5, connect with the audience through personal stories, humor, and relatable content. 6, leave the audience with memorable and thought-provoking messages. That's a lot of goals to accomplish in 7 minutes. I don't think any speaker could do that. But I'm telling you, just between you and me, don't let it go beyond this place. The goal of most commencement speakers is to get a standing ovation. Yeah. FYI, there are only 2 kinds of commencement speakers. One wants a standing ovation, and the other is lying. So here we are. I have 2 goals for my commencement speech. One is that 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, 5 years, or from 5 decades, you just remember one thing from this speech. And that thing is, always ask the question, what's missing? I learned this by interviewing over 200 remarkable people on my podcast. These are people like Jane Goodall, Olivia Juliana, Mark Rober, Steve Wozniak, Neil deGrasse Tyson. They were curious, even skeptical. They questioned assumptions and givens. In some way, manner, or form, they always asked the question, what's missing? This simple question will help you avoid mistakes, avoid getting bamboozled, and avoid risking your life and limb. And it will help you make a difference. So I want you to invoke it when something doesn't pass the sniff test. It doesn't feel right. It sounds too good or too bad to be true. I want you to invoke it when you want to figure out what kind of product or service or art to create. And I want you to invoke it when you want to make a difference. I want you to invoke it when you encounter failure and difficulty. Because there are going to be times you have to ask yourself the question, what are you missing? What are you not doing? In fancy words, this is a way to preserve your individual autonomy, because your individual autonomy is going to be attacked. Let me provide a few examples of how to use the question, what's missing? Suppose someone you care about says that they are not going to college because they read that Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, and Steve Jobs didn't get college degrees. Clearly, these are trillionaires and billionaires. You don't need a college degree to be successful. Now you ask, what's missing? How about the percentage of Fortune 500 CEOs that do have college degrees? And how about the percentage of people without college degrees that went on to run large companies? Can you see how a small, tiny data set of Zuckerberg, Jobs, and Gates can lead you wrong? Another example. I think that Steve Wozniak asked what's missing when he created the Apple I and co-founded Apple. He asked why you had to work for NASA, the government, or go to Stanford to use a computer. What's missing? What's missing was a cheap, easy-to-use personal computer. So those are two examples of why you need to always ask, what's missing? Recently we had another sort of controversial issue where an NFL place kicker in a commencement address said that women's most important role is to be a homemaker. Don't get me wrong, homemaking is a great thing, but you have to ask what's missing when someone says like that. What did he base this speech on? What is his expertise in the subject of achievement and happiness of women? Has he been tested for concussions lately? Listen. I may not be Taylor Swift, but I find his words unacceptable. I wonder if he got a standing ovation. So listen to this. I'm sorry, I haven't given you the typical rah, believe in yourself, you can do anything, pursue your passions, be all you can be commencement speech. You're probably tired of hearing those kind of sentiments. And I tell you, you can go to YouTube and watch dozens of those right after the latest episode of Squirrel Olympics or exploding shipping boxes. But I hope I'm giving you a tip to help you lead an intelligent, informed, and remarkable life. So, 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, 5 years, or 5 decades from now, when someone asks you what your commencement speech was about, I hope you say, I learned to ask what's missing. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I had in my last line of these notes to say, and now the only thing that's missing is a standing ovation, but I chickened out.
Thank you very much, Teresa and Guy, for these speeches. Guy's speech was really remarkable. Both of them were, but and we're thinking, how can we thank Guy for this wonderful speech? And this is not an easy thing to do. But since he mentioned Pleasure Point, we thought maybe a surfer's kit would do. So here's the surfer's kit. Okay, so now we've come to the college awards. Many of our students have distinguished themselves through work and natural talent by winning various honors, prizes, and awards while here. I would now like to recognize some of the Crown students that have received special academic awards. The first award is the Priscilla Parkin Award. Priscilla Parkin became a Crown student in 1970 to study mathematics and died in a tragic accident her first year here. Priscilla's parents funded the Priscilla Parkin Award after her untimely death. This endowment presents a modest award to be given every year to an outstanding Crown student in the exact sciences to be used to help them fulfill the potential they have demonstrated here at UCSC. This year, the Priscilla Parkin Award goes to Kayla Bartel in physics, Yashesha Kothar in biomolecular engineering, and Ethan Jones in mathematics. Congratulations. I now turn the podium over to Alex Belisario, the Senior Director for College Student Life at Crown and Merrill Colleges, who will present Crown's Community Service and Terry Freitas Awards.
Good morning, all of you lovely humans. It's so great to be here together. Each year, Crown College recognizes students who have made consistent and positive contributions to Crown and the greater community over the course of their time at UC Santa Cruz. Their work improves the lives and circumstances of not only our college and campus, they also go on to improve the communities they move into after UCSC. Annually, we uplift and recognize these student leaders through our 2 awards. Our College Service Award is named in honor of Terrence Freitas, Crown College class of 1997, to honor Terry's life and work. The Terry Freitas Award is presented to those Crown graduating seniors whose service has made significant positive contributions to the Crown College community. This year's recipients of the Terry Freitas Award are amazing student leaders: Camila Estrada, Daniel Halpern DeVries, and Teresa Wu. Yeah, you can applaud. And if they're out there and can stand, please stand. Camila served as a resident assistant. Daniel is a long-standing member of Crown Student Senate, and Teresa worked as a lead peer advisor. Thank you for all of your service. The Community Service Award is given to Crown graduating seniors who have given outstanding service to the UCSC community or downtown community. These students are leaders and role models to their peers. This year we have 2 recipients for the Community Service Award. Daniel Halpern DeVries is a double recipient, sharing his time and passion representing students on countless campus committees and student union assembly. And Smeet Mehta has dedicated his time and efforts as a member of the Student Creativity, Empowerment, and Entrepreneurship, dramatically increasing student membership and engagement. Thank you for your contributions. Congratulations to all our award recipients, and congratulations to the class of 2024. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, we present our graduates and we'll read their names.
Teresa Wu.
Francis
Owen
Fletcher.
Benjamin Davies. Owen Benjamin Davies. Ryan Benjamin Dresden.
Anna Marchand. Soruchi Rastogi.
Varun Chandra Kodur.
Ramsey Montero. Peyton Aubrey Rose. Matthew Mitchell.
Alexander Harris. Angela Blair. Jeffrey Stanley Cabrera.
Vatsal Vagela.
Jack Lund.
Saida Mariam Rasuli.
David Krenker.
Naili Hu.
Miles Jordan Wee.
Anthony Thomas Lazos.
Sadie Jean Subject. Ashley Nicole Middling.
Tyler Allen Gaw. Christopher Aguilar.
Elliot Picone. Max Todden.
Fawaz Akhtab.
Sophie Donhai Reynolds.
Theo Goodman. Henry Caprini.
Brisa Mendez.
Venus Christine Manansala Alanib.
Hannah Marie Price.
Camila Castaneda Calzada. Mia Geist.
Karsten Streichhardt. Morgan Gawain Triola.
Lucas Daniel Lycon.
Jordan Matthew Rivas. Hernani Raffo.
Pak Yun Choi. Aidan Michael Anadon.
Sean Joseph Enriquez Mendiola.
Abraham Halim.
Stephen Wren.
Shani Etkin. Marissa Tomei Irvin. Hawa Habib. Savannah Beal.
Dalton Michael Nam. Chi Lin Yu. Sujan Pantham.
Harsh Narayan Jha. Ansh Kumar.
Nicholas Sanchotene dos Reis. Brandon Cayede Ruano.
Lauren Calaguas Barubi.
Mackenzie Pettit. Savannah Yvonne Wright. Joanna Elizabeth Strutt.
Julia Hayes Aguiar.
Emma Robbie Thompson Jacobs. Soleil I. Wary. Jeevitha Naranjan. Gauri Shri Thirumandas.
Darren Tyler Bartolucci.
Gavin Riley.
Kevin O. Lee.
Benjamin Ephraim Pratt.
Oscar Tiong.
Seth Stone.
Ashley Connolly. Sean Lee.
Emily Martz. Peyton Rose Habido Quijano. Natalie Grace Whitman.
Nicole Mativia.
Autumn Turner Groff.
George Beck. Anna Lou, Miranda Faye Frost,
Calix Raffield, Tian Wu, Emily Gao Nu Zhang,
Sophia Labashi, Jack Allen Keyboard, Jenna Grace Hegedus,
Sydney Marie Spargo, Shauna Mahoney, Fernando Esteban Mejia, Harrison Joe, Kian Vandermeer, Aiden Paddock,
Dylan Ichiba, David Valentino Young, Jake Michael Kanopak, Alice Jean Clarice Barreras, Anthony Brian Gutierrez, Caleb Zarco, Jonah Fong, Daniel Scher, Daryl Gustav, Gavin Concepcion, Donald Chang, Christina Faut.
Sriharsha Madala.
Karthi Sankar.
Nikki Naderzad.
Perry Lynn. Anthony Edward Angeles. Furio Jonathan Spurtus Iacomini.
Matthew Meacham. Nicholas Albert Miller. Jacob Robert Penland. Alex Pham. Larry Ma.
Rahul Krishnan. Wang Liao. Michael Wen Law. Mani Bhaskaran. Annie Liu. Jacob A. Knox. Aidan Levu Beavers. Conan Kwadang Lei.
Aniket Raj Tyagi. Layla Marie Schoenfeld.
Tega Omoko.
Ronit Kalidindi. Brannon Schaefer Eccles.
Stephen Sun. Josh Gabriel Rivera.
Daniel Chang. Isha Lalitha Krishnamagaru. Shalar Farhi. John William Hench. Karen Corrine. Baswati Dasgupta.
Vincent Yang.
Jianhua Fu.
Catherine Taylor Vingralik. Renmark M. Soriano. Francois Bentres Noslab.
Norton Choi. Annie Mackenzie Dustin.
Angela Naomi Soto. Alexa Shasker. Joanna Alexandra Oseguera.
Kearney Ahn.
Wenyan Shu. Jennifer Yu. Clementine Russell.
Nolan Kendall Cass. Ayman Ahmed Chaudhry. Christopher Daniel Caceres.
Shervin Shakuhi.
Robert Noe Kabe Sandoval.
Yana Pakararu.
Jackson Stone DeMello. Maxence Jen Grillet.
Rohan Segal.
Lillian Tang.
Jovita.
Chris Ian Horch.
Sofia Petrova. Anastasia Grace Euland.
Josh Mikael Haigan Gonzaga.
Madi Yusuf. Mahi Rahman.
Yusuf Mohammed Khan. Miguel Von Concepcion.
Emily Alice Treese. Jessica Haley Zogaric. Zane Gray Weaver.
Trenton William Carter.
Liam Bonato Stanton. Sirapat Panjamanishot.
Edison Haoyang Chen.
Ibuchi Moses Mbeke.
Channing Marie Baker.
Sophie Mimosa Walker.
Hannah Langha. Nicole Panaun Fuertes. Salihi Amy Aram Bokar Alanchar.
Leslie Hui Win.
Yamin Arif Enamdar. Kaden Asamoto.
Luca Russell Umanya.
Jason Ho.
Turner Liu. Wendy Natalia Galvan Tovar.
Noelia Tinoco. Diksha Subedi.
Smith Mehta.
Justin C. Vivar. Mei Chun Song. Wei Tao Pan.
Faith Lee Long. Tajane Brooks. Mila Marie Ellis.
Rosie Betsabe Montiel Delgadillo. Nicholas Claudiu Sion.
John Lee.
Cato Bryant Kudo.
Reed Harris Warren. Vincent Marshall McDowell Jr. Connie Zhao. Natalie Reyes.
Maria del Carmen Garcia Ramirez.
Jordan Amaya Manskow.
Sarah Keogh. Jinna Kang. Kevin John.
Henry Main. Dina Marie McMillan.
Yahya Tamur.
Rodrigo Mendez Arango.
Matthew Tyler Eng.
Christopher Joseph Mathai. Trevor Michael Wiley.
Ryan McCaffrey Cox. Justin Hu. Samuel Liao.
Angel Sanchez.
Arib Durrani.
Kevin Martin Yosifov. Ryan Amin Hirek. Eric Peyton Meyerhofer. William K. Knorr. Kelly Lee. Mona Parisi. Zoe Moreland. Miles Stewart Marsh. Gillian Faye Bowers. Anna Singren Yu. Coltrane Thompson Mueller. Akil Deshmukh. Rahul Ganesh. Chris Daymore. Mi-Lin Nguyen. David Ivanko. Ariana D. Jaramillo. Sofia de la Vega Morales. Emma Sophia Cadena,
Elizabeth Park,
Madeline Taylor Grabowski,
Megan Fu, Anchal Shimkata,
Kalea Kauai,
Benjamin Allen Stiles, Monica Santiago,
Evelyn Gill, Jimmy Costello, Camila Estrada, Caitlin Marie Botros, James Arnold,
Sabrina Pan,
Hugo Lin,
Jennifer Valadez,
Allison Claire Jabalis,
Ashlyn Trung Nunak Huin.
Kriti Kandapali,
Ojal Mapuskar,
Brian Huang, Vibhu Janardhanan, James Bauman, Vincent Cornea Jaja, Benjamin Jun Ip Leong, Daniel R. Halpern DeVries,
Tina Tran, Madeline Michelle Sutherland, Nicholas Robert Macy, Michael Jonathan Savala II.
Nikita Kamet, Brian Cheng, Nicholas Chu,
Nan Trong Nguyen.
Noble Alexander Foley, Lucas Lee, Janelle Wynn Dixon,
Michelle Vo. Renee Kayleese Rainsbury. Casey Nicole Schwartz.
Brandon Jacobson, Penelope Isabel Campos,
Alejandra Sicairos.
Evelyn Lippincott, McKenna Danielle Lincoln,
Christopher Logan Shade. Juliana Isabel Maya. Eduardo Torres Cruz.
Alfonso Luis del Rosario,
Lucas Teixeira Dopka.
Esme Green,
Julia Stewart.
Allison Jewel Fina, Noe Benjamin Gonzalez,
Emma Marion Strickland.
Kayla Marie Bartel,
Rebecca Marie Scott.
Graciela Lesama, Mateus Chi,
Adam Timothy Makajewski.
Graham Gusterson,
Greg Vin Sevastan. Aiden Jackman Malechko.
Haley Lena Howitt,
Paula Natalia Rodriguez Alvarez.
Valeria Hervasio Hernandez,
Brennan Joseph Patrick Russell.
Sravya Botapati, Baria Sultana Khan,
Isabella Alexandra Rodriguez.
Ziklali Aria Duran,
Oluwanifemi Ogundeko.
Lucas Dong, Brandon Yoye Chuang, Aiden Gray, Alexander D. Beatty, Hong Han Lee, Michael Robert Coe,
Jen Clayton Weckel. Victor Mayer.
Congratulations, graduates. Woohoo! To the parents, friends, and guests attending this ceremony, thank you again for the support you have given our graduates over the years and for being here to share this very special moment with them. I would also like to thank the stage party for joining us today. Guy Kawasaki, Alex Belisario, Tim Johnston, Lisa Berkeley, Carolina Gonzalez-Riaño, Richard Huey, Amrit Kaur, Alan Kawamoto, Marilyn Patton, Jan Proust, and Jin Zhang. Thank you. We now come to the part that you have all been waiting for. I'm delighted to do the honor of conferring the degrees to our graduates. So, is this recorded? Okay. So I'm conferring the degrees to our graduates.
Students, please rise if you are able. Graduates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents and President of the University of California, I now confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Sciences as appropriate, with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. You may now move your tassels from right to left, signifying the conferral of your undergraduate degree. Graduates, you accomplished much in your time at UC Santa Cruz, and I know that great things lie ahead for you. You leave us now as UC Santa Cruz alumni. We hope that you will keep in touch. Congratulations and good luck.
You may be seated. Thank you. Okay, so to the class of 2024, it is now time for you to begin the next part of your journey. I hope you will treasure your time at Crown, your experiences and friendships that you developed here, and that Crown's ethos will continue to inspire and empower you as you make your way out into the wider world. Please keep in touch and come back to visit. We have a lot to celebrate today that has made it worth it for our students to climb up Cardiac Hill every day. Over the years, we have grown as a community of alumni that stays connected. Now we welcome our graduating class into a very special community, and when you're able to, I hope you can give back to the future students of Crown and UCSC so that they can have as a wonderful experience here as you have had. As we close off the ceremony, please remain in your seats until all of the faculty, staff, and graduates have left the stage. Congratulations to all of our graduates. The 2024 Crown Commencement ceremony is officially closed.